Hey, I met a YouTuber today. It was cool. I was at work, and some of his stuff looks pretty cool that I've seen. I hadn't had a chance to look at a lot of it yet, but his name is Master Case. So, looks pretty cool. He does a lot of inspirational stuff. Yep. So, shout out to Master Case. And you know who Kevin Leary is. I was looking at YouTube and some guy was talking about his dividend investment. And they had videos of Kevin Leary talking about how he wouldn't buy anything if it wasn't going to make money. And the concept of dividend investing is so cool. But as you listen to these guys, they talk about it has to have certain growth. It has to do certain things, you know, in order to make it worth buying into, because you don't want to buy something that's paying dividends and then they don't spend any money on company growth and then all of a sudden they don't pay any dividends. You know, look what happened to AT&T. They paid like 7% for years and then all of a sudden they couldn't afford to pay it no more and they just slashed the dividends. But a lot of people say that interest and it's like the eighth wonder of the world. You know, you got to have a lot of the principal to get the interest, but dividend investing is something I'm really interested in, because even normally used to in the stock market, say you got a 10% return over 30 years. But some of them years are going to be bad, and now the stocks are so manipulated, I doubt we'll see a 10% return anymore. But if you got a stock that's paying dividends, you're only getting 2% or 5% or some of them 10%. And that's like interest. And you'd have to talk to somebody that's, I'm not a tax person or anything, but that's pretty cool. So you can end up leaving that dividend stocks you have to your family, and they can live on the interest and grow it. And you don't have to work when you want to, you know, as long as you don't do anything foolish enough where you had to spend all of your dividends or your stock. But I just think that's so cool, dividend investing. You know, and here I've been trying to do a little 401k thing, and it grew for years, and then it just like crashing, like you never even put any money in it. All that hard work, and you have to have your eggs diversified, I guess. So I wasn't too diversified. So I need to come up with more ways of diversification in case one gets overtook by a mud puddle. I'll still have dry land to walk on. So I just thought that was interesting, you know, dividend investing. But a lot of times you got to have a lot of money in there to earn any money. But it's still pretty cool because, you know, but if you work the way they want us to work now, and you're like 70 years old and you're only going to live to 80, so you're only going to have 10 years to enjoy it, do you really need all that money for 10 years? You know? Unless your health's bad. Some people live to 92, but a lot of people don't make it past 80. Some people do. Some people don't make it that long. So if you knew how much you needed to live and just shoot for like 95, then you would know how much you need to retire. If you needed, say, $1,200 a month, you times that by 12 and then times it however many years till 95, and then you wouldn't need any more money. That would be it. You know, and hopefully you let that grow somehow and only spend that much, and it would grow, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. But you know, they talk about the FIRE method. I forget what it stands for, but it's a type of retirement early. And I've seen some people young people that made a lot of money. To me, they're young. They're in their 30s or late 20s, I think, when they finally retired, and they made all this money, and then they just living their life, doing what they want to instead of having to work like crazy. So that's like the American dream, to be able to live how you want on your terms, instead of, hey, you don't come to work, you're going to get an occurrence. You get too many of them, you're gone. Or you get old, or we don't need you anymore, or we're not selling what we need, you're gone. You know, you're at the mercy of everything. So having that little safety net will be a blessing, you know. So I advise everybody just save and don't buy anything. But, you know, to each your own. Everywhere you look, somebody's bought something. You know, there's a house, they bought a house. There's cars in the driveway, they had to buy the cars. You know, and most people don't have a garden, so you got to buy groceries. And then you have to take care of your car. You had to buy tires and oil and gas, you know, and then you had to drive your car in a responsible manner so it lasts. But yeah, get up early, work all the time, and there it is. And then other people just can live all day, work 2 days a week. I don't know, it's just crazy. And then I see the story of this, you know, rich person or somebody who's really driven, you know, and so they get what most people don't usually get in their lifetime. They get the nice beach house and it's stocked with the furniture and everything's paid for, but they're not happy, and they're constantly on the next move to, what can I do now? What can I do now? So, you know, they can get there, but they're not happy when they're there. And another person go on vacation and have the time of their life. So it's all about perspective, you know, but it's enjoying the day. And today's Saturday, but next, I think it's the 16th, I might be wrong, September 2022. But Thursday is the first day of fall. And I got my air conditioning on now on 2. And my hair is just sticking up, so it's already starting to get a little cool. So now I got to figure out how to dress for the winter again, or the cold air. I've been dressing for summer so long, I forgot it even got cold. So now it's fixing to get cold again. Oh. But, you know, I just wanted to share what was on my mind, seeing all that stuff about dividend investments and, you know, meeting a fellow YouTuber and driving around with all these crazy cars, driving all over the place. And I'm watching the road. I just glanced down to make sure my head's still in the frame. But I'm watching the road, being safe, you know. But then I wanted to give a shout out to Tiger Balm. You know, I don't get any endorsements of it, but Tiger Balm is a very good to use. Like sometimes my knee will be hurting, and I'll put some Tiger Balm. This is not any kind of advice at all. This is just something I personally do. But the repercussions, people around you start saying, you smell like an old person. But it hurts, and you don't want to take a lot of stuff oral, you know. You want to use topical stuff. Well, you get old, just things hurt, you know. You just hurt, no reason. Just because it's there, it hurts. But no medical advice. I'm not giving any kind of medical advice. It's my personal opinion. So hopefully this video won't get flagged. But I just wanted to, you know, share my goofy ideas today and let y'all know. And the best thing was just meeting another YouTuber. It's like, hey, I know what you do. You be making YouTubes. You know, so that was just cool. YouTube on, man. Yeah. YouTube on. So I'll get off here. But y'all be good. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for following me on this journey. Just having a ball. And YouTube out.